What it do, what it do, what it is. This is just a special live edition of the replay. I'm your host, Jabril Rashard. And as you can see, man, I'm just here by myself. I just had to come on, y'all. I had to come on and talk about this debacle. This Dallas Cowboys debacle losing to the Green Bay Packers 48 to 32. And we won't be on here long, but I just had to come on live and talk about this debacle, man, that we just witnessed. I don't know what happened. I don't know if somebody was holding somebody relative hostage. Mike McCarthy got a phone call, or in this case, maybe Dan Quinn. Maybe he interviewed for too many jobs that he won't get. By the way, I can't see anybody hiring Dan Quinn after this uh, embarrassing loss at AT&T Stadium. So we're here to talk about it live. Again, this is the replay. And I want you all to remember to always hit that subscribe and like and share button for me. We are still trying to grow the channel. But again, guys, I got to talk about this, man. This was an embarrassing. I can't think, to be honest with you, I cannot recall a loss that has been so lopsided. I think, in fact, they said that this was the Dallas Cowboys' worst home playoff loss in the history of the franchise. And we talking about that goes all the way back to 1960. 1960, the worst playoff loss. Now maybe they changed it a little bit because Dallas, had some little last minute makeup points. They wind up scoring 32 points, but you and I both know that stuff was just in the bags. I mean, the game was really over with. But I want you all to chat in the comments and tell me what you think about this Dallas Cowboys Green Bay game. I am surprising. I am surprised. I'm not surprising, but I am surprised. I see my man Drake from the 314 here already saying boo. Well, y'all got y'all's coming up with these Philadelphia Eagles on tomorrow. So I don't know. Maybe we galvanize y'all though, Drake. Maybe we galvanize y'all, man. I don't know, man. Because I mean, you can't get a bead on it. And you can't even say that this team came out like as if they had a week off. They didn't have a bye week. How do you come out? How do you lay an egg like that? I just can't recall it, man. I can't recall Dallas, and we've had some tough losses at home. But to see these guys come out and play as if they had, like a deer in headlights, as if they didn't have a clue to what was going on. And not only when you think about it, the Green Bay come in with house money. They had nothing to lose, absolutely nothing to lose, but everything in the game. They came right in, man, won the coin toss, and said, "We want the ball. We want the ball on the road. We want the ball," with the understanding that they tell you this anytime you play on the road, you're already down 7. So they felt like they was already down 7. But also, I think Matt LaFleur, Green Bay head coach, did a masterful job of out scheming the Dallas Cowboys. And that's basically what we saw today. Like I said, this is a game of inches, but when you play like this, man, it's not. It's a game of yards. And I just don't understand Dallas's game plan. Defense didn't have a clue all day. All day. What an embarrassing loss on the defensive side of the ball. They couldn't stop nobody from running the ball. Definitely couldn't stop anybody from passing the ball. I mean, they was just totally out of sync, man. And I just don't even understand how Dan Quinn can call himself a defensive coordinator. You know what? If I'm Jerry Jones, I'm stopping payment on everybody's checks. I know you can't do that realistically because you set yourself up for lawsuits. But the players need to give Jerry back some of that money, man. I mean, the way they perform, embarrassing the fans like that, that's just totally. It's just it's just I'm almost speechless because there's no way of Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers should have came in and did the job that they did against the Dallas Cowboys. But y'all chat out, man. I got to chat out already. Drake, I say he started out saying boo. And shout out to my girl Peaches Alexander. She said, I'm surprised they let that rookie team beat them in the quarterback. I am too, Peaches. I am certainly surprised that they would lay down the way they did. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But here we are once again. And I don't know, to be honest with you, where do we go from here? Where do we really go from here, guys? I mean, at some point you can't put it on coaches. You can put some of the blame on coaches, but at the same time, I mean, I'm looking at our quarterback situation, and I'm going to ask the question. I'm going to ask this question right now. I want to see some comments in the chat, man. Do y'all think that Dak Dakota Prescott has he become the James Harden of the NFL, like James Harden is to the NBA? You know how he go out and get his numbers during the regular season, but come playoff time, he's a no-show. This is what I want to know. Is this guy just a is he reminiscent of a James Harden? Because that's exactly how I see Dak Prescott. He put up all these gaudy numbers, and sometimes during the regular season, you can even question if he's a top 5 quarterback. But we've seen him put up these amazing numbers. He was even at one part of the season, he was being looked upon as the MVP of the league. But I think his coach definitely did not put him in the best position at times. What am I talking about? Y'all recall that interception by Green Bay Packers, that defensive back number 26 that picked Dak off and returning for a touchdown? I'm sitting there watching Dallas, man, actually move the ball. And here it is, 2nd down and 2. And I said right before the pick, why don't you run the ball, pick up the 1st down, and keep the momentum? Lo and behold, right after I said that, he drops back, pick 6, return the other way for a touchdown. So I think, man, if it walks like a duck, sounds like a duck, it's a duck, man. And you can't make it a tiger. You can't make it a dog. You can't make it a cat. It is what it is. Dak Prescott is what he is. He's good in the regular season at times, but he's lousy in the playoffs. And the Dallas Cowboys is America's team, and I'm starting to put inverted commas around that. Because if you're going to claim to be something, man, then be that. It's time that the Dallas Cowboys, man, start to look towards the future. I think the Mike McCarthy era could be over, as well as the Dak Prescott era could be over. Most people seem to think that Jerry Jones might, they might re-sign Dak Prescott for longer terms. I can't see how. You got a guy right now, I don't know what they're going to do with him, but how long do Trey Lance, how long did he, stay on the sideline? Because if I'm his agent, I don't want him back there. He wants to play. I don't know if the Dak Prescott era should be over or not, but I'm just telling you guys, this is 8 years, and by the time we get to next year, it'll be 9 years. 9 years. So I'm asking you guys the questions, chat it out to me. Do you think that the era of Dak Prescott is over with? Or should it be over with? Again, I'm not putting all of the blame on Dak Prescott, but man, let me share something with y'all about playing ball. I'm watching Green Bay. They're playing what we call man zone at times. It's a principal defense. Sometimes if you're on the left side, you might be zoning it up on the left side. But then other times, you may be zoning it up on the right side. Okay? So if it's all about reading your keys. So I could be in a man coverage on my left side, but depending on how the play starts to develop and which way the quarterback opens up, it can easily go from a zone to a man coverage on my left side. Whereas if I'm in man on my left side after reading my keys and it opens up, it can be zone on the back side, on the right side. These are man principles, basic fundamental coverages. And Dak Prescott seemed as if he couldn't make heads or tail of what was really going on. It took you, and I don't really think he even broke it down even come the 4th quarter. But what I'm saying, you usually can figure this out within the first couple of series. Yes, I get it. 1st quarter, Dallas didn't even get the ball. They controlled the time of possession, which was lousy by the Dallas Cowboy defense. They was lousy. They controlled 11 minutes of the 1st quarter. Dallas only had 4 minutes of the 1st quarter. And when they finally got the ball back the 2nd time, it was 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the 1st quarter. That was horrible by the defense. Horrible by the defense. Big shout out to Joseph Stevenson, man. What's up, Josh? Josh. My brother, he said these guys don't have that dog. They don't have that dog in them and haven't had it in a while. Yeah, right on, Josh. They don't, man. It's a mentality. It goes back to what the tight end Gronkowski was saying. Dallas is not a mentally tough team. If you watch that game there was a certain period, even in the second quarter, you can read the eyes and the disposition of these players. You can read their eyes, their body language. It was like they was not on the same page. Again, not just Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb, because God knows, I don't know, I, I I just don't understand nothing that they was trying to do in the first half. I mean, if he wasn't breaking down Green Bay's coverages, he was overthrowing CeeDee Lamb, and then CeeDee Lamb probably was stopping too early or whatever the case may be. Then you throw the quick slant over to Brandon Cooks. Why would you pick that route to throw when actually behind? If you go back and look at the tape, CeeDee Lamb was coming open on a 3rd down and 5, but you chose to go to a little short receiver like Brandon Cooks, who the corner, which is who I've been watching Zaire Alexander since he was at Louisville. I knew he was going to play on Sundays, and he got a bad angle and still forced that route, man, and picked that ball off. You need a more of a bigger target, man, to sit in that zone on that quick slant like that. And Dak didn't really throw a really great football on that particular play. But here we are again, once again. So, just chat it out, man. I mean, what do y'all really think about these Dallas Cowboys, man? This loss, man, because I'm trying to make heads or tail of this thing. And like I said, we're not gonna be here long, but I just had to jump on this thing, man, because I'm going all the way back into my memory bank, and I'm trying to, really figure out when is the last time Dallas came out this flat for like 3 quarters. I done seen them come out flat in the past, maybe for a quarter here or 2 quarters there. But to play almost the entire game as if you wasn't supposed to play on Sunday, man, that's befuddling to me. That behooves me. You would think that yesterday game played by the rookie C.J. Stroud down there in Houston, you would think that this guy would, it was like flipped. Although I was rooting for Houston, don't get me wrong, but I just thought the veteran play of a Joe Flacco going into Houston NRG Stadium, and C.J. Stroud being a rookie, and then Cleveland's defense being as physical as they were all year long, I just felt like that was going to be a little recipe for disaster. This being his first time playing in the playoffs, and I've been picking Houston all year long, but they went out there, man, and forgot that they was playing with house money too. But at least they played the game. They just flipped the script. What they did yesterday, Dallas was supposed to have done today, and that's what's mind-boggling. That is truly what's mind-boggling. So I'm just almost lost for words that you would come out and you would have a performance like this. A performance like this. I got my uncle on here, man. He don't even come on here like this, but I know he say, nephew, they just got got their head handed to him. Hey, we grew up. This is we grew up. Now it's in my book. I'm already on the record. First team as a little boy that I can remember winning watching was the Dallas Cowboys. Walt Garrison, Calvin Hill, those guys back then. And then the miracle Hail Mary to Drew Pearson. Everybody remember that against the Minnesota Vikings, Roger Staubach. But I had no sense of what team to really root for outside of watching players play. It wasn't until when I saw the Pittsburgh Steelers, man, and they won Super Bowl 9 against the Minnesota Vikings, and Lynn Swann them did their thing in Super Bowl 10, that me and my uncle was big Steelers fans. Well, lo and behold, as I started to grow up and playing ball, I went to college, man. I started meeting these guys that was from the West Coast, East Coast, and all of them talking about the Giants and talking about the Rams at the time or the Raiders. So I felt a little bit like, hold on, man, y'all ain't gonna keep attacking my home team, the Dallas Cowboys. So I started going back, towards the Dallas Cowboys back in the 80s. But that's my story, man, and I'm sticking with it. So yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like I always compare it to Mr. Williams. He got Venus and Serena Williams, and every time they would go at it, he would just get up and leave. It was almost like that. So I still got to shout out my uncle because he's on here. He never left the Steelers. He's a big Steelers fan to this day. And right next to my heart would be the Steelers. So I'm explaining to y'all how that really happened, because I know Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers was rivals back then and all that, and I get all of that. But it is what it is. But like I said, I had to kind of switch that legion once they started attacking my hometown of 214-972, man. So it is what it is. But at the end of the day, man, I'm still trying to figure this out, though, Unc. I'm trying to figure it out, Josh. I'm trying to figure it out, Peaches. I'm trying to figure this thing out, y'all. These dudes went out there as if they wasn't playing today. Somebody have to help me with this, man. Y'all might just be saying boo like Dre down in the 314. as if the Eagles gonna beat the Tampa Bay Bucks tomorrow without AJ Brown. So what y'all getting Darius Slate back? He wasn't nothing when he was out there. So it's all good. But I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know where Dallas go from here. I think the Mike McCartney era could be over, and maybe not. Maybe Jerry takes some time off to really think about it. I can tell you this though: we can't go back into the next season with these sorry linebackers that we had. I've been saying it on this show, the replay all season long. Our linebackers is trash. And let me tell y'all something about that word trash, because y'all heard that guy Bubba Dub. The first time I ever heard that word was by one of my partners, man, named Charles Lewis, back in 1986, 87. We've been saying that in Texas. He just modified and enhanced it. So don't y'all trip when y'all hear that word. But I got to identify what I see. The defense, our linebackers, the second level of our defense, the middle of our defense, trash. Absolutely garbage. Now, Dre, if you want to chat something out on that, man, I can't differ with you. I concur with you, my brother. That boy Clark, ever since Van Der Esch left, you saw Dallas falter in the middle of the defense. They kept thinking that Bell, and shout out to Marquise Bell, because look, he's really a safety, man, that was playing in a linebacker's position. So I'm not going to put too much credence on that because he played his heart out this year. So shout out to Marquise Bell. But at the end of the day, man, we didn't have no linebackers, man, that was able to control the middle of our defense. And teams knew this. They took advantage of this. Time after time after time, all you had to do is watch number 33. Watch number 33. Either he's on roller skates or he's getting pushed out of the play. He's harboring and scraping and getting off the blocks. He don't make plays like the Fred Farmers and the Greenlaw from the San Francisco 49 or the Roquan Smith from the Baltimore Ravens. He don't go run and punch the ball out. He don't do nothing that excites me at that position. He's not the Mike Singletary of old or the Ray Lewis's of old. He's not that dude, man. So Dallas have to address that situation. They have to address their left tackle. I get it. Tyron Smith is a beast when he's healthy and playing. But I saw a couple of breakthroughs today on his side of the ball. I'm just kind of tired with him being inconsistent in terms of in and out of the lineup. So, we got to address some things. I mean, we are consistent in the regular season. We, posted another 12-game winning season. But look, y'all, you all know that it's either Super Bowl or bust with this franchise. And we have not even came close or sniffed the NFC championship game. We had an opportunity with 2 games at home. Did y'all hear what I just said? 2 games at home, and we blew it. And we blew it. And we blew it. So, all I can say, man, is man, it's gonna be a long off season. It's gonna be a real long off season. Let me get back into my chats, man. Y'all chat out, man. I know y'all just saw this game, man. I know it's a lot of Cowboys haters out there, man. And I don't have nothing to say. I'm not even mad about it because I'm just kind of like done, I'm just kind of detaching myself. I don't even think when they was down 14-0, I saw the writing on the wall. Yeah, I know it was still early in the game, but I just kept looking at what was scaring me, y'all, was looking at this time of possession. How long the Green Bay Packers was able to keep the ball. I said, how you going to be able to come back if the defense don't make any stops? How? I don't understand it. How? How was they going to be able to come back? Then when we finally do, we went there after halftime, go down there, kick a field goal, didn't get to 7 like we wanted to. You allow Green Bay to come right back, march, and score a touchdown. That's crazy, man. That's absolutely crazy. So, shout out in the comments, y'all. Tell me what your take is on it, man. I want to shout everybody out, man. It's on here right now. We are live on the replay, the Sports Culture Show. Go ahead and hit the subscribe, like, and share button because we are talking about this loss, man. The Dallas Cowboys losing to the Green Bay Packers 48-32. And I know some of y'all was still hoping. You were still hoping, can we turn this to 1975 or something all over again? Maybe we get 16 points within a minute or 2 minutes. No. I even text out. I said, I said, here we know. I didn't say here we go. I say here we know. It was over with. I know you want to put me on that emotional roller coaster. We was not gonna get on that emotional roller coaster because I know the Dallas Cowboys and it just ain't it, man. It's like my man Josh chatted out. He said, man, ain't no dog in him, man. Ain't no dog in him. You got one dude that's trying to, when Michael Parsons, y'all see how they just hold him, they pull at his jersey, they scrape him. But I'm saying if all of this is happening to Michael Parsons, he's getting double teamed, chip blocked, triple teamed. And I'm asking the question, if all of these things are happening to Michael Parsons, where is the rest of you guys? Really though? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, ain't no match. It's like trying to match up to me. If you're using an NBA analogy, it's like trying to match up one on one with Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan. It's not happening. You got to get another blocker on this boy Michael Parsons. Even though they be saying, "Well, where's Michael Parsons? He dropped off, or I don't see him." Man, I'm gonna tell you something. That dude is probably, if I had to put percentages to it, he's getting held probably about 70% of the time, man. You're not blocking that dude one on one. You just not. So yeah, he's getting chipped and all this, but I'm saying, where are these other guys at, man? Where are these Dorrance Armstrongs and every now and then you get the flash plays from DeMarcus Lawrence, but I'm just saying it's not enough, man. You put these boys Dante Fowler them in there, and I just don't, man. Matt LaFleur just, you know what? Hats off to Matt LaFleur, his coaching staff, and the Green Bay Packers. I'm not gonna chew on no sour grapes or nothing like that, but hats off to them guys, man. They came down here, did what they had to do, came down here again playing with house money. It was them against the world. Nobody outside of probably Wisconsin picked them to even be in the game with the Cowboys, let alone win the game, and put up 48 points. And yeah, I'm gonna give another big shout out to my guy Aaron Jones, because he's from my alma mater, UTEP, Texas El Paso, and he actually wore my number, my old number, when he played running back, 29. So big shout out to Aaron Jones, because he is a Cowboy killer. He is a Cowboy killer. I think he got, outside of who they put up, the graphics, they put up Walter Payton and Barry Sanders. He's like third with most yards rushing against the Dallas Cowboys. And every year, this guy they're going to be targeting Aaron Jones, and you still don't go out and stop him. Man, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. I'm telling you, man, if it was a such thing being able to stop payment on checks, I'll stop payment on every last one of them dudes' checks. I would. I'm not, boy, you'd be mad. Man, I try to run my check through the bank, man, and Jerry Jones stopped payment on my check. Man, I wouldn't pay them jokers nothing, stealing my money out there, man. They thieves, man. All of them need to be indicted just for putting on that star. You know what I mean? All of them need to be indicted. I don't have nothing good to say, man. I'm just jumping on here live for a brief moment. We're going to do the show actually tomorrow. That's why y'all don't see my boys, Daryl D. Alexander and Tim Jackson from Nebraska and one of the baddest barbers, Jeff Booker. Y'all don't see him with me today. I'm on here doing this thing solo today because I just had to vent, y'all. I'm just venting because I just don't understand when you have a performance like that and you playing in your own backyard. That's embarrassing. Let me see what I got over in the comments, man. If anybody else still shouting out, just go ahead and shout out, man. I see, like I said, I see Peaches. She found things to be laughable. Yeah, you got to laugh at these kind of things, Peaches. You definitely got to laugh at it because, what's the old saying? I gotta laugh to stop crying. Yeah, man, I gotta laugh to stop crying because that was a what they say, a murder she wrote. Yeah, man, that was a murder she wrote. I just don't understand how you come out like that and embarrass the city of Dallas, man. I mean, that was just an embarrassment. That was just an embarrassment. Just an embarrassment. So, I don't know. Again, do y'all think, Jerry Jones should go out to Bill Belichick? Do y'all think that I just want to hear from y'all in the comments. Y'all check that out. Do y'all think Jerry Jones should at least make a run for Bill Belichick? I heard some people say, there's no way he can get Bill because Bill not coming here because he want too much control. Yeah, that's true. That's one way of looking at it. Shout out to Nedra. Hey, Nedra, how you doing? Yeah, we talking about these Dallas Cowboys and this loss. But yeah, that's one way of looking at it. But who knows? Bill might, he may want to try to prove he can win one more. Maybe he didn't do it with the New England Patriots. But then again, Tom Brady left and won his Super Bowl with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So maybe he had to, change team. Change is sometimes is good. Maybe he need another environment. I mean, you have a stacked roster. All you gotta do is just you know, draft a couple of key players at certain positions. You'll get certain people back who was injured this year, like the Diggs and my man Overstreet, who they drafted out of Texas. I mean, then you make a couple of free agent moves, and I'm just sitting here telling y'all, I don't know. I'm not. I don't have the answers to whatever they might do in the offseason. I'm just looking at the positions. But as far as the Dak Prescott era, man, it all depends on what you want. Dallas fan. It all depends on what you want. If you like Dak Prescott because he looks good in the regular season, that means you like James Harden. I mean, you good with that. You okay with the regular season. I'm not okay with the regular season because with or without a real strong running game, which by the way, let me put this key point up there. I think you missed Zeke a little bit more than you thought. But nevertheless, um, I think that and then again, they could have went and got a Derrick Henry. Think back, way back before the trade deadline. They could have went and got a Derrick Henry, man, to run the football. It makes a difference. It does. It makes a difference. But Jerry, he went on 105.3 the fan. And he was talking about, well, we got enough to win now. Well, no, you don't, Jerry. And the Green Bay Packers just proved that. So what do they go here from now? Again, if you like the regular season and you're a regular season person, you won't get no argument from me. You won't get no argument from me. But here on the replay, we're going to try to keep it 100. I'm telling you right now, man, if you're talking about an NFC championship game and going to the Super Bowl and winning it, I just don't think Dak is it. I just don't think he's it. I think he's a talented quarterback. Heck, you can even argue if he's top 5, top 7. But when it comes to winning the big game, it's just some quarterbacks thrive more than others. And I'm just questioning right now, do you pay this dude? Because you got to give him, man, you talking about what Jalen Hurts signed for? 120 million or whatever it is. Whatever that number is. You talking about paying this man $50 million? $50 million to get knocked out in the first round? I might cut my losses, man. Just going to go with a Trey Lance. I think Trey Lance is a little bit more athletic in the pocket. Or if you don't go that route, go ahead and look at the draft. I'm just saying. Or you can go ahead and just say, you know what? Let's start this. Let's everybody calm down and let's start this thing all over again. I can't do it. I just can't do it. Because y'all know what they saying, right? Y'all know what they saying. You may start out next year the same thing. Cowboys in first place in the NFC East. Oh, they battling the Commanders. They're battling the Giants. They're battling the Eagles. Winning all these games in the regular season. And you know what they're going to say. Well, let's just see what you do when you get to the playoff. When you get to the playoff game. Yeah, I agree with you, Ned. Horrible loss. Horrible loss. Let me see. You think Dak is a number two quarterback? Really? Really? He's a number 2 quarterback. So you think you think he's better than we know Lamar Jackson. He's that dude. Lamar Jackson is that dude. I don't know if I could take Dak Prescott over Patrick Mahomes. No, I don't think. What I'm talking about, Patrick Mahomes. I'm not taking Dak over Patrick Mahomes. No way, no how. Am I ever gonna do that? I don't care. Because half of what happened to the City this year was because the receivers kept dropping the ball. So, and I oftentimes go back to that draft too. I always think about we'd have had one more year. Don't you know Patrick Mahomes who played at Texas Tech, who's from Texas, as we all know, from White House. He came out the following year after Dak. I always wondered, what if we would have just somehow could have gotten Patrick Mahomes? I just don't think we'd have been in this situation. I just really don't feel like we would have been in this situation. So, I'm just trying to still figure this thing out. Here we are. We lost a game, a winnable game, at least so we thought. We're playing at home, and we go out and lay a goose egg like that. I don't know what else to tell y'all. So again, y'all, I just had to come on here and vent a little bit about this game because I don't know where we go from here to do this thing all over again. They already talking about, man, Mike McCarthy, man, get ready to clean out your office and let's try to go out to Bill Belichick. Heck, I don't know. I think I might want to take a look at Jim Harbaugh. Yeah, yeah, y'all forget about Jim Harbaugh. Before he left the San Francisco 49ers, remember, he took San Francisco to the Super Bowl. He just didn't win it. When they lost against, I think, Ray Lewis last year, and they lost against the Baltimore Ravens, he just didn't win it. But Jim Harbaugh is a good coach. He has that championship pedigree. And any coach that's going to come in must have some kind of championship pedigree. Don't bring in me the Tennessee Titans coach, Vrabel. Don't bring in these coaches, man, that they don't have, that they're unproven. Bring in a coach, man, that we know has some kind of championship pedigree about himself. So that's what I'm hoping that Jerry would do. But who knows? Who knows? He may stick with Mike McCarthy. I don't know what they do defensively. Because again, Dan Quinn didn't have an answer. You know, all these interviews they said he did. He interviewed with Seattle, interviewed with Atlanta. Hey, he was online interviewing. Well, you know one thing he didn't do? He didn't interview with that playbook. Yeah, it seemed like he forgot about the playbook. He didn't interview with that playbook. That's that's what I'm talking about. Did he sit down and, and sit down and start drawing up the defense? What did he do in his preparation time? Because I'm telling you, y'all remember the touchdown number 88 when he ran across from the tight end position across the field and was wide open. I mean, but the man was so wide open. Man could have sat down and really had lunch. That lets me know that you didn't prepare. You did not prepare these guys the right way to go in and win. But you was preparing yourself to go on an interview. Well, all this, is he gonna come back? Is he gonna, stay? Look here, man. If you're not tied to what we're trying to do, catch the door. We'll see you later. We will see you later. So again, I see y'all shouting out in the comments. Yeah, Nedra, she said, yeah, duck, duck, goose, duck, duck, goose. Yeah, duck, duck, goose, Nedra. Uh, but yeah, guys, I had to come on here because again, this is the replay. This was such a debacle. There's no way I could not have come on here and try to figure this thing out today. We're gonna have my hitters on tomorrow. Y'all stay tuned for that. We know MLK Day is tomorrow, so big shout out to Martin Luther King holiday tomorrow, the slain civil rights leader. So y'all make sure, man, y'all read a book or something. I say that, I say that in jest because I was asking some people, I was quizzing them about Martin Luther King, you know, about at what age, what was his last speech, where did he go to theology school, and they didn't have no clue, but yet they was enjoying the holiday, so that's why I'm laughing about that. But yeah, y'all, it's all good. But again, I don't know. Again, we lost to the Green Bay Packers, 48-32. I'm not going to even get into none of the statistics and this, that, or whatever. I'll wait tomorrow when I have my guys when we do the upload. But like I said, I just want to jump on here real quick, y'all, and kind of vent a little bit because my head, I'm just scratching. I don't know. I don't know. But look here, I appreciate y'all coming on. Just want to come on, jump on real quick, man. We came on live. This is the replay. We're going to be uploading this thing on tomorrow, going live. Once again, I have my boys back with me. But until then, y'all just Dallas Cowboy fans, we're going to be all right. We know, the future's always longer than the past, and we're going to just let this do what it do. Let it do what it do. They're going to have their memes going on probably and everything going on the internet, but it's all good. We still America's team. We just gonna try to go back to the drawing board. I can say there was about 20 some odd teams that wasn't in this position to play in the first round of the playoffs. So I know it's heartbreaking, it's disheartening. But hey, let's just enjoy the rest of the playoffs. I'm gonna get ready to go watch the Rams and Detroit battle it out. I had the Rams going in, knocking them off, hoping that we would draw them or whatever in the second round and we can try to get in this NFC Championship game. But that idea has been canceled. So I appreciate y'all hopping on with me, man, for this quick little 30-minute run. We are the replay. God bless you. Be safe and enjoy the rest of the playoff games.